Hey there, it's Joe Sonical Disruptive, and you know what I'm going to say. How are you? I'm good. They still won't let me go home. I'm still at a hotel. Well, whatever. Okay, so who is better? If you're a fan of the guitar with any age on you, you will have an opinion on this. And even without age, I think these two guitar players are still held in the highest esteem, even among the young guitar players, and that is Steve Vai or Joe Satriani. Who is better? If I would have answered this question just 2 years ago, it would have been super simple. All through my youth, this was a question that I thought about a lot and had a definite and concrete answer. Obviously, the real answer is both. But let's pretend we live in a world where you can't choose both. That's this video. This video is the world where you have to make a choice between the two. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter, and the actual correct answer is whoever you prefer. Obviously. And that's what I'm going to give you is who do I prefer. Now, there are many similarities between the two, but there is a world of difference between the two as well. They do two different things. Both largely instrumental guitar players, and that's what they do. They both play Ibanez guitars, and they are both legends in the world of guitar. Growing up, now this is going to give the answer away because of what I said before, but growing up, the question was more about Surfing with the Aliens or Passion and Warfare. Now, they didn't come out the same year. They were years apart. But that was always kind of my question. Which one do I like better? When I was younger, it was absolutely Passion and Warfare. Although Surfing with the Aliens, I have listened to so many times. When that came out, I had it. I got the CD and played it over and over and over and over again. I might have had it on cassette, actually, and CD. I can't recall, but I just listened to that over and over again. Phenomenal playing. Absolutely cool, absolutely different, and groundbreaking. Passion Warfare, my mind was completely and absolutely blown apart. I was destroyed and I had to play guitar better, but I couldn't do anything like that. Who could? It was mad genius. And it still is. Listen to it. It is mad genius. So from that point on, for me, it was always Steve Vai. Steve Vai, 100%. Between those two was my guy. Definitely. I thought the two David Lee Roth records, he did a phenomenal job on. Just great. Just a master of the instrument and a very interesting songwriter on top of it all. With Joe, I thought that after Surfing with the Aliens, Flying in a Blue Dream, I had on CD, maybe cassette as well. I think just CD on that one. I think that was later. And there was some absolutely phenomenal stuff on that as well. He did some vocals that bothered me, not the best voice, and I kind of shifted away from him, but I kept my Steve Vai love at that time. through the years and revisiting at this point, I was so correct. No, I was wrong. I was wrong. I admit it. I'm a brave person to admit that I was wrong. Going back and listening to Satch and up through the years, because he just keeps putting music out. One record after the other keeps shifting and changing and just doing different things. And I feel that Steve Vai didn't as much. Obviously, he didn't put out as much material. And although when he does put something out, it is genius. Truly is. Sometimes he always has to go a little over the top, just from my own perspective. Satriani now just has this unbelievable feel for melody, tone, and is able to play the parts perfectly for the song. You listen to his records and they almost don't feel like instrumental records because his guitar is used as such a voice. The melody line is the vocal performance of the records, and that's been that way for a long time, all the way up to just now. His Shapeshifter record is so good. The melody lines on here are so genius and so good, and there's so much thought put behind what he's playing over the chords. A lot of times you'll hear it and you will not think too much of it. You'll just be like, that sounds great. When you delve into it, you're like, this is genius. And Steve Vai as well, you listen to a lot of that stuff and you're like, that's crazy. But he goes really far out there. I mean, way out there. When he does something, and that may be why he does music less, because when he does something, he goes 1000% crazy out there, and it's like, whoa. What I always loved about Steve Vai, and still do to this very day, is he may be one of the most expressive guitar players ever. Just, he expresses himself so well and is able to get so much out of that guitar. And that is really awesome. But Satriani does that as well. But I think he has cleaner melody lines, and I think his song structure allows you to get into it. I feel like with most of the Satriani albums, and this may sound like a backhanded compliment, it's not meant to be at all. It is a true compliment. You can almost have it on in the background and relax in a way. There's something about it that's just so comfortable and beautiful in many parts. Now, they're rocking. They are truly, there are some very heavy sounds and tones and just some great riffage in it, but you can just listen to it and relax, and it's not work. It doesn't feel like it's work. Sometimes Steve Vai, it feels like work. It's amazing, and you're like, holy crap, how did he do that? But to me, sometimes it feels a little like work. It's like difficult, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a thing. That all being said, it makes it sound like I think Steve Vai is still better. I don't. I think they're both geniuses. In my elderly years, my old time years that I'm in now, I enjoy the more sparse and melodic playing of Satch over the more chaotic oddness of Vai. And I think that's where I'm at now. Shapeshifter, Satch's latest release, has some just gorgeous material and some of the most beautiful guitar lines you'll ever hear in anything recorded. He is a absolute beast, an absolute master, fantastic technique, but his feel is so on point and terrific. So Steve Vai, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have to choose, and it's hard. At this point, I choose Joe Satriani over Steve Vai. It makes sense. Joe was his teacher. He is the Jedi Master. He is Yoda. Steve Vai is the other guy, whoever Yoda taught. I don't watch Star Wars. I never have. So, Skywalker, Luke Skywalker maybe is Steve Vai. I don't know. Anyway, that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? If you even care, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about and discuss this. Thank you for watching. See ya.